Yep.
Welcome to Models Talk. Let's talk about it.
Yes, 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 y'all. It's raining men. Ha! Hallelujah. It's raining men. Amen. It's raining men in my camp, y'all. Welcome to Models Talk. This is your girl, Zahara Gihana, saying good evening, everyone. Hello, my handsome fellow brothers. How are you all doing?
Blessed and favored. That's all I can say.
Nice to meet you. Nice to see you, nephew. Nate Smith in the house. And we have Jonathan P. I'm going to get to know this brother. He's very special and he got a lot going on. So I know he got a lot to say. Jonathan P., talk to me. What is going on, my brother?
Taking it day by day. That's all you do.
Oh, baby, I know that's what you do. You are a musician, an artist, you know, and then you are a model. You have been in the game, what, 17, 18 years?
Yeah, 17 years.
Wow, 17 years. You're an entrepreneur.
Right.
And you have a production company, correct?
Yeah, you're right.
I've tried to do my research on you, Jonathan P.
Okay.
So what can you tell me about your time in the industry, in the fashion industry?
Well, basically, also I got my I'm a designer as well, so I got my purses for the ladies, and I got my shoes for the fellas, the Jonathan Perry shoes, and I got a Jonathan Perry purse for the ladies and the fellas. Shoes for the fellas and the purses for the ladies.
You hear that, Nate?
I heard loud and clear. This man is on it.
We need to hit the runway for him.
I think that's the move.
Whenever you're ready,
I'm ready where you are.
Ready to walk for you, baby. Because my brother Nate over here, my nephew, he's bad on the stage as far as urban design is concerned. He could pull off any look. But when it comes to urban design, he is on it. He
need them Jonathan Perry shoes. He need them Jonathan Perry shoes to be on the runway with him. And you need a Jonathan Perry bag to be on the runway with it.
That's what I'm talking about.
You are.
That's music to my ears. So you know, I would love that. I'll be honored.
Right.
Nate, what have you been up to?
Well, lately, my last show was with Tiger Leonard for one of his trade shows. He was showcasing this designer from Chicago. He just wanted him to be the highlight of the show. So I was blessed to be able to represent and just showcase, be the debut of his brand, and it was just an honor.
Yes, and Tiger Leonard is an awesome person to work with. I worked with him at the Sweet Auburn Fest, and it was wonderful. Awesome time.
Yeah, he's great to work with. Very easygoing, will guide you. You know, you don't really have that ignorantness from him. Like he tell you what it is, and he's smooth to work with, and I love that about Tiger.
Yeah, he's just real. He's just real people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I like that about him. Jonathan P., if you ever got an opportunity to work with Tiger Leonard, make sure you do, because good people. Okay, you might want to even look him up. He's on Facebook and Instagram. His name is Tiger.
Yeah, he's good.
Out of Atlanta.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. You want
he's a legend.
To push you out there and push your merch, that's the man for you. Okay. So tell me what else you have going on in your life, Jonathan P.
Right now, I'm an actor, so I got a TV show, Stay the Night on the Air, that's coming to Hulu and ABC 45 as well.
Yes.
3.
Yes, baby.
Come on.
I play Christian on the show.
You're what?
I played a character named Christian on the show.
Okay. And what's the show about?
Well, right now, season 3 is about they're at a TV station, so everybody's coming together at a TV station, and it's different characters. But like for example, Grandma, she has a cook show, dealing with the TV station, so you need to check it out. It's real interesting, and it's a lot of comedy as well as drama involved in it.
All right. And where can we catch that?
It'll be on Hulu. It's coming next year, so next year you'll be able to tune
Ooh,
in to Hulu and ABC 45 to check it out.
Okay. Sounds
big ups to
wonderful.
that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
really. Congratulations, my brother.
Thank,
That's what
thank,
I'm talking about. Moving forward and keeping it moving. Go on and do
right,
the
right,
thing.
right,
Do the
right.
thing. You know,
Uh,
what is your passion?
my passion is I like music. Music is my passion. Modeling is my swagger. Acting is my habit.
What? You
That
better
part.
stop
That
playing with
part.
me.
That part.
That part. Nate, what is your passion?
My passion is the same thing. That's actually like he's a brother from another mother because when he said that, that really hit home. Like I have those skills and all those talents. I really wish I could get into acting a little bit more, like the other guys have been out here. But my passion is modeling and acting, and actually vocals too. Like I could really put it down on some tracks, but I haven't been able to do that yet.
Oh, okay. Would you like
Yes,
to?
We can
ma'am.
do it. We'll do it.
Oh,
I'm open to it. I'm open to all of it. Yeah, I would love to,
mm-hmm.
especially with the right person. But I need the right person because it's a lot going on in the A. And you really want that right person that can guide you, understand you where you're at, and just be able to make some good quality music that people will actually want to hear of today.
Well, you always keep my music game on point. So you always send me music, and I don't get all of it, but I try. You
Yes,
know,
ma'am.
I
I know.
yeah, I try.
And I love that about you, Auntie.
Thank you, Jonathan P. How can we make this industry better?
All coming together and showing a lot of love, and everybody just showing love to each other and not hate. A lot of people like to hate on, but other than that, show love and minus the hate.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think so much more needs to be given. I believe in model love. I believe in
Right,
innocent.
right,
you
right.
know and I try to spread that anywhere I go, especially anytime I'm walking into a room. I try to make sure that I give all of that to everybody that's there and respect everybody for what they're
Good. That's
bringing.
good.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. That's
Nate,
good. Keep
what
doing it.
about you? What can we change to make it better, bro?
Well, like you said, like the togetherness, we have a lot of people. The modeling is built off of, and it helps with personality, and it also helps with confidence. And when you walk into a room, especially as a veteran, it's so important. I think to just enter that room with a spirit or energy that ain't like the others, because
Right.
you're their motivation and you're their inspiration at the moment, and you should just take it and run with it and just be that blessing for that next person.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
some people don't have that courage and that energy and that vibe that you do. But you coming over there to them, you kind of rubbing off on them a little bit, and that
Hmm.
could come back in the future and bless you in the future.
Hmm. I think we need to also be able to pull each other up, not be the crabs in a barrel with that type of crabs in a barrel mentality.
We all
Jonathan,
can
have you
eat.
found that? Have you found that to be an experience that you've ever had?
I have. Now I can't say it was a totally bad experience, but I have experienced it. But we all can eat out here. It's plenty of money out here. This is Atlanta. It's an international city. Why is you worrying about what you can do and the next person can do? Just get up, do what you can do, and get to
Hmm.
where you need to go. Because it's a growing and learning experience as well, right?
Right,
Right.
It
absolutely.
is. It is definitely a growing learning experience because you got to learn your aspect, let alone a background aspect. Once you get to where you go, and once you start getting paid, you're not going to just sit there and hear what somebody got to say. You're going to want to know how things are ran, so you know for yourself. And that's where I'm at with it.
Well, I think also, we have a problem with not and procrastinating about educating ourselves before we get to the gig or the job in the first place. Personally, I don't like doing gigs. I like doing jobs. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
I don't think of anything as a gig, and that's just me being old school. It's a job, but it's not a job if you're passionate about it. You know, Jonathan P.
Huh?
Have you ever experienced that crab in a barrel mentality?
Not really. I try not to. I just like to go in there and everybody be on the same page with the same philosophy, to study their ideas and understanding one another and coming together, getting the job done.
Mm-hmm. And once you get the job
Mm-hmm.
done, do you share the wealth?
Of course, you got to. We in this together. No I in team, and nobody's doing it by themselves, so everybody come together as one.
Right, absolutely. And I agree with that 100%, my brother. I really do, because we
Right,
need to
right.
see more of that. You
Yeah.
know? Do you think that's a cultural thing, Jonathan?
It's a lot too. It's like it shouldn't be like that, but it's a lot about cultures and race and a lot of things like that play out to the aspect of it. But we should all just come together no matter what race you is and just be able to, just like he mentioned, try to get wealth together and come together. It's a lot of money out here for everybody, and we all just need to start sharing it more.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Nate? You think
I
it's about
agree.
culture?
I think it is. It's because our culture has been, we don't want to touch on that,
You
but
can touch anywhere you want to on this
the
platform, baby.
togetherness,
Whatever.
the togetherness. Yes, man. The togetherness is the key part, because just because you over there, I got the photo shoots, I got the magazines, I got the shows, I'm traveling, don't mean you can't either. It's just you got to go at your own pace and your own process. Now, for Mr. Jonathan, I respect you because you never had to do the crab in the bucket experience. But I have, and you know what I learned? I learned is if you stay focused on you and you know who you are, comfortable in your skin, it can take you further than anything on this earth. It can.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, makes
And you
sense.
can't confuse confidence with arrogance and it's narcissistic, because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be very headstrong and know what we're doing, and that show that, exude that confidence with that look. But it goes a little further than that. You can't just take it to the point where you see our everyday life and you got to be nasty to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Can't help pull the next person up. Once you get there, what's wrong with you reaching down to pull that next person up? And that's my thing with the culture.
Right.
Yes, I agree. I agree 100%. What is it that you just flat out, either one of you can speak, but you just flat out don't like about the industry?
Everybody, a lot of people concede it, and it's a lot to it. A lot of people know themselves, and it shouldn't be like that. Nobody's better than nobody. Everybody's considered equal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see that, definitely. You do have a lot of conceit,
Right.
and that's what keeps people as individuals,
Yeah.
and by themselves, and not working with other people, not having strong um, groups around them,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
Right.
fake
Mhm.
people around them, because they yes people, and
Yeah.
they're filling their head up. You know what I'm saying? Blowing their head
Right.
up.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
What about you, Nate? What do you not like about the industry?
Well, like, I don't want to piggyback off of what he said because I've seen it for myself too. I'm sure he's seen it on a more grander scale, but from my perspective, it's just like, okay, so there's the you grew up with a silver spoon, you just automatically feel like you should get this, and you're obligated to have all of this and that, and you got a person like me that'll come up. I ain't grow up with no silver spoon, but I can give you what you want, and then some, and give you taste, and not be arrogant about it,
Mm-hmm.
and won't even get in my feelings if you offended me, because why? I did my job and I'm going to do it well. And so once you
Mm-hmm.
get that mentality, I just don't like the fact that somebody would sit there and down you and be negative towards you. I know things need to go a certain way, but once it's been said to you, just do it, because
Mm-hmm.
these people would, because I've seen people tear others down. I've probably
Right.
been torn down, but it don't matter to me because I'm on a journey and I know my assignment.
Right. Exactly. When you have God in your life, and you are comfortable in your skin because you've gotten to this point of peace within yourself, you exude that. And I
It
think that,
exudes. You're right.
right, you're able to do what you want, go where you want to go, and do how you want to do when you want to do it. And I think
Right.
that a lot of people just aren't at peace within themselves enough, or confident within themselves enough, to be able to spread that love out there. And we have so much work to do, you know. Um, as a
Right,
brother
right.
in the game, Jonathan P., you know, you are an all around man. You are just, you got your fingers dabbling in some of everything, you know.
Right,
Um,
right.
and your passion is music. You know, you love modeling because you've been doing it for so long. What
Uh,
is it that, what is it you, in your music journey, what is
uh,
it that you see that needs to be changed?
a lot of people need to start working together more. You know, a lot of people don't work together a lot. Like a lot of people like stick to themselves, as you mentioned earlier. But a lot of people just need to come together, collab a lot more, and give each other opportunity, as he mentioned earlier as well. Like nobody's giving each other opportunities. Like pick somebody up that's just starting off, or aspiring artists, and help them see their way up and rise to the top with you. Rise to the top, no fall to the bottom. So
Mhm,
that
mhm.
mindset you gotta have.
Do you find, Nate, that your sister supports you?
My Now I agree. My sisters do support me, but a lot of them support me from afar. Only because I think it's because I'm a little different. I am cut different. I am a introvert, outrovert, I guess. So I like to keep to myself. And but they do support. I know they do out there, but I don't think they do as much as I would want them to do. But then again, I'm not somewhat, I guess it's because I'm not somewhat on their level of modeling.
Mm-hmm,
But that doesn't toil me or bother me. It's just, I just know I just need to put in the work and get
mm-hmm.
there. But I
Do
do
you
feel
ever
like they
have
do support me.
do you ever have your sister support not support but suggest things to you? Because I know for a fact we have a very good, honest, and open relationship, when we always have since day one. So I
Yeah.
know I can come to you and say, baby, that was off, you know, or I don't need you doing this, or I
Yeah.
see you doing that, and this is what I see you doing better. You know, I'll send you a video. Do you have that type of support besides me?
Ooh, I mean it's hit or miss. It's like sometimes I do and sometimes I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but my aunties like you, my sisters and my brothers, they have supported me. They have put me to the side and said that certain things like, hey, might want to work on your posture, or like when you get on the edge of the stage, or like in your real life, just maybe calm that down. But I don't have that a lot, and
Okay.
I wouldn't even be opposed to it. I would welcome it.
Mm-hmm. I
Because that's what
understand.
makes you stronger, right?
Right.
That's what
Right.
gets you, level out those edges, those rough edges, and smooths them out. Because you now know it might not be in your head, but it's been said to you. So at least you can pay attention to it and kind of just work on it, modify that for yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
get out there and get to it.
You know, you're absolutely right. Jonathan, how would you modify and transcend where you are? What would it take for you to go to the what's this going to take for you to get to the next level? What kind of support do you need? Do you have the support of your sisters out there?
I have support. I have fans, followers, and supporters, but at the same time, I need more. Not just the amount, like a certain amount, but I need everybody to get on board and get in the situation of for everybody, and we all come together as one and just keep building and growing. And my success is your success, so we in this together. So it's no just me by myself. I want to be with everybody, and we all come together and just make each other happy.
I see that. I see that your page is phenomenal.
Okay, thank
It shows a lot of your work, and I like that. You
you.
know,
All right,
I like your pictures too.
thank you, thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome. Are you introverted, or are you outgoing on the mic, but you introverted talking to me?
No, no, I like it all. My moves change. Everybody got their own way of how they
You
at
being
the time.
smooth with me.
Right, you're right, you're
You
right.
being smooth with me, Jonathan. Is that
Whatever,
what that
whatever you
is?
feel, however you feel, however you feel.
You just chilling. Okay. Okay. I see that smile over there. Nate, Nate, I'm
Yeah.
coming back to you, my brother. Look,
Okay.
in the Atlanta market, what can we change or what can we do to make it a better market for brothers?
Whew. Well, we got to go back to that sticking together thing, because once somebody sees sees the next man elevating, everybody wants a piece of the pie. And there's plenty of pie out here. That's my thing. It's just like, why is you overreacting or getting your feelings or in your head about this when we're all out here doing the same thing? It ain't like we on BET right now. We're like, let's get our training wheels, learn the business. I want to learn the business. I don't want to just be a model. I want to learn the back aspects. I want to jump into acting. And all of that ties into each other.
Yes, it does.
So
Yes, it
so yeah.
does.
So
Eventually, and we're seeing that more and more with the Atlanta models. We're seeing them doing more and more acting, because the industry is here. Jonathan P, would you like to get into acting more?
Yeah, I'm in acting. I've been acting for 16 years. I've been doing music 18 years and modeling 17 years. So I didn't
Right.
far as 16 movies, 8 shows. So I just been at it for almost 2 decades. So a little bit
Baby,
over a
I feel like
decade.
you're 25.
Yeah. I've been at it since I was 17 years old. I've been in the industry. So
wow.
Wow. Well, you look
Wow.
like you're 25. You're doing something right, baby. You're living right.
something like y'all.
No, baby. Look, you got a long way to go to catch 60. I just turned 60.
You're a young lady. It's all how you feel inside. You're a young lady.
Oh,
Follow
no,
your
I
mind. Follow your
at
mind.
all. No, don't feel 60 at all. And Nate will tell you, I don't portray 60 on the runway either. Ha!
There you
You
go.
don't. How about that? How about
Still
that?
Yes, baby. Mama gotta bring it. Gotta keep up with these youngsters.
Right.
And you do.
Gotta
You
bring
bring
it
it every
right.
time. Hmm.
Thank you, Nate. Thank you, nephew. You do too. I've watched you improve and do the thing, and you took a step back for a minute, and you came back out smoking, baby. You came back out smoking.
Well, it's good to hear
Okay,
that,
we're
Auntie.
gonna welcome model Dontrell Quinn, to the stage. Well, Dontrell, hello.
What up? What up? How y'all doing? Long
I'm
time.
Good,
good.
man. Good, man.
Dontrell, Jonathan, and Nate.
Well, I know Nate. I don't think I know Jonathan. Well, I
Okay.
know of. I say, yeah.
We just
Well,
vibing.
welcome. How are you tonight?
I'm doing all right. Supposed
Good.
been at supposed been at work, but they canceled. So I mean, in my department they canceled. So
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm
yeah.
sorry, baby, you're not making that paper. But you here for
I do it with Uber and Lyft, so I'm still good.
That, that
okay.
part.
Yeah, I don't want you to miss nothing. I don't want
Yeah,
you to miss a dang on thing out there. Go
yeah.
get it, bro. Okay, Dontrell, if you could change some things about our industry, what would it be?
The modeling industry. I don't know. I think sometimes it look like it kind of look like sometimes like it's I don't want to use the word segregation, but that's the word. That's the only thing I can think of.
It's a
You
gap.
have the black side of scene, and you have the white side, and it's like it'd be good if it was like more intermingling. Like even though I know the ones I've been to, like with y'all,
Mm-hmm.
there's a few whites that I've seen that's been there, but it's like as far as like a good mixture,
Mm-hmm.
I have I haven't really seen that in a lot of places I've been. So I think it'd be good if it was more mixture going on than what I've seen.
I agree. I agree 100%. It the variation would be more representation is needed in our area. You
Right,
know, um,
right,
we're finally being accepted into the arena.
right,
And looked upon with some respect, but
right.
still,
Yeah.
we still got a long way to go.
There we go.
You know,
Yeah.
here in Atlanta, what do you see that you as a brother could do to help with that change?
Well, I ain't been over there with y'all with maybe a couple of times.
I know. Okay.
so I really don't know what to say on that one because I ain't been over there as much. But
If you
all
could
that I
change
know is
something,
that
what would it be?
I'm just gonna say, just the net. Well, this ain't necessarily changing, but it's like just more networking with one another, networking, and then different ones have different skill sets and stuff. It's like help, in the Bible it speaks on how iron sharpens iron. So it's like, just don't look at it as a competition. Sometimes I know we have competitions, but look at it as you want to help your fellow man or your, fellow model out as in parts that they could be what the word is, like the edge is chipped or whatever, like you
Mhm.
helping to make them better in something that you can see that they can improve on, stuff like
Fine
that.
tone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, I agree 100%. We were talking about that a little earlier prior to you coming in, and the
yeah,
crab in the barrel mentality. You
yeah,
know, why can't we each pull one up at a time? I mean, because the simple fact is, we all win when we reach back and help somebody else.
right, right.
You know, um, Jonathan,
Huh?
in your music industry, you see a lot of different stuff, brother. You see a lot of
Hmm.
different stuff. There's a
Hmm.
there are bad names that are associated with quote unquote rappers. You're a musician,
Right.
and you do some of everything in the industry. So when you're talking about your sisters, what kind of words you have for us?
I call y'all fly bad chicks.
Fry bad chicks, yes, baby.
Coming from a smooth player, the original smooth player.
You're original smooth player. I am not through with you. I am done. I love it. I love it. Thank you for that respect.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
I'm sorry.
I said my pleasure.
I appreciate that, my brother. Nate, when it comes
Yes.
to us women and being in the industry of fashion, how do you feel about us?
I feel like the ladies always keep the flow and keep the tempo. And we just always did the accent. I mean, modeling I think was mostly designed for the ladies, I guess. I would obviously assume, and then like the men we come to compliment. But when you with the right team of models and you in the right show, it's golden. It rubs off on a person that's got that low self-esteem, got that, whatever about them that's just not quite right. It
Mhm.
pulls everybody together like a family, and it brings it makes everybody better. Not just personality, but our skill set and our career is what we're trying to build. And I
Right.
enjoy that. I like that. And the ladies keep that going. And I love it. All the ladies I've met just through Fats alone just always kept me motivated, no matter whether near or far, whether we seen each other. We don't even see each other every day. But when we see it, we know it's gang and we love each other and we know what we're here to do and we're gonna make it happen. And we're gonna pitch together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to Fats, the designer. Yes, yes,
Hey,
yes.
come
Shout
on,
out to
Fat
Fats.
Wheels.
Fats is going to New York Fashion Week in 2025 in September. I'm on my way, baby.
Okay, okay.
Yes, I'm going with. So I can't wait. I'm excited. You know,
Hmm. Yeah, me too.
Dontrell,
Hmm.
what do you need to learn?
You said what I need to learn?
Yes, sir.
Shoot. uh, I think more like I know I improve like with the double walk, like walking with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh,
I've done it. There's times I've done it and it look okay. Then there's times I've done it and it was like like one time I was somewhere and we was kind of like me and the guy we this is our first time walking together, and so we walked and it would have been better because it was only four of us in it for that designer. So to me, it would have been better if we went one at a time, but they had us going double, and so it's like then his what he had on had a front and a back, and so he had to show both sides, and so then it's like when he went to do what he did, I was getting ready to turn back around, and I forgot like, oh, I forgot. So to me, uh, that's some of the one of the things I know that I need to improve on, as well
Okay.
as I know that as for editorial, posing, like posing definitely, I got some little basic, but I know that that's what area that I need improving in, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Nate, you got a task. When you see Dontrell, you can help Dontrell out on that.
I definitely down to help my brother out. Yes, for sure.
You know,
We're
because
gonna fine
you
tune
and I
that.
will eventually be in the same show again. We may
Yeah.
all three
Yeah,
be in the same show again. Who knows? We may even
yeah,
have Jonathan P on the stage with us one day. You know, and we can
yeah.
all
Hmm.
smile
I
and get
agree.
it done. You know, once let me say this. I want y'all to know, as brothers, I appreciate everything that you bring to the table. I appreciate what you're bringing to my table this evening and sharing your experiences. You know, and I want you to know that you have my support. Anytime you're in the show on Models Talk support, Lewis Jones support, anytime you're in a show and you want to get the word out there, just hit me up and I will be more than happy to post the page. Okay?
Sounds good. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, auntie.
Yeah.
That's the business I have to get out the
Yeah.
way. You know?
Yeah.
Jonathan P.
Huh?
All right. As a producer, sir, how can you make your models comfortable or your people comfortable with what you're producing?
Mm.
Make sure they're comfortable with whatever I'm producing. Like basically, make sure first and foremost they like what they're doing, they love what they're doing, and they don't have a problem doing it at all. And if
Mm-hmm.
it's anything that they feel not comfortable with, we can work around and try to change things so they can be comfortable with doing, getting the job done, and everybody being happy at the end of the day with the project.
So you're saying you listen to your models or your
Yeah,
your your fellow brothers in the industry, the music industry?
yeah, I do.
Cool, because a lot of people don't. You
Right,
know,
right.
and
Uh,
they want us to be seen and not
uh,
heard.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
The other thing is, I mean, how about you guys? I have often found that models are not being taken care of. How do you guys feel about that as male models?
I don't know.
Anybody?
It's kind of tricky because everybody's at where they at. Like I have designers where they're not just starting out, but they're not like elite designers. But I still want to give them the same type of quality of a professional model as I would a person that's paying me. I wish they. I mean, in Atlanta, it seems like it's a lot of scams. Like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You don't get no clothes. You might not get no. They might not even feed you, but you did that just to represent and to support your friend, and or just to get your name out there and exposure. And I just wish they would do find some formula. I think it needs to be some type of formula that they find where they can at least accommodate the models or whoever a little better, just a little better.
No, I think it's a lot better, my brother.
Okay,
I
a
really
lot
do.
better. You got
Let's because this is a place where you can talk about the good, bad, ugly, and the indifferent, and not be penalized for what you have to say. This is that
okay.
platform. Okay.
Okay,
And let's just keep it transparent and real. And the realness is about it, they need to take better care of us. Period.
I agree.
Yeah.
They
Right.
really do. Sometimes we don't even get water.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's frowned upon if we leave and go get something to eat and come back. As long as I'm not eating in somebody's garment, it shouldn't be an issue.
Right.
It
Mhm.
shouldn't be an issue for me to, especially if we're sitting around waiting 4 hours.
Right.
I'm just,
Right.
you know, if you want me to be a perfectionist and be the best that I can be, take care of me. Dr. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I agree with that. Like with me with the Uber driving stuff, right?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna be as if I'm on the designer side with the Uber, and then like my clients is like the would be like the models or whatever. So it's like or maybe I'm saying it backwards, but anyway, uh the way it is like sometimes your Uber ride might be like $5.
Right,
Sometimes it might be uh $30.
right,
Sometimes a reserve trip might be 100 and some dollars.
right.
But sometimes I know some people will overlook the little let's say $5 trip because there's another one that's up the road that's like if you wait a few hours, you got a spike that gonna come in and it's gonna be real high. So they'll
Mhm.
bypass the little small to get that bigger one. And it's like these people, all of us are on this, on this platform, and We're trying to get these people need a ride regardless. And the thing is, it's like, to me, I'm only accepted anyway, because
Mhm.
they paying their money and stuff like that. And that's what I'm doing. I'm driving for Uber. So why not for the one that's giving little, and for the one that's giving a lot, get the same thing to each one. So it's like, so on the fashion side of things, I think that definitely just making sure that you make people feel appreciated. Uh, and make people feel appreciated, and then it'll make people feel like, okay, next time they do something, I want to be a part of that next time, whatever. But if you don't make people feel appreciated, be like, I don't know if I want to be a part of that next time.
You're right.
So, so definitely, yeah, I think that the biggest to me, I think, even if you can't do nothing but show appreciation, because you may not have the money to pay nobody, you might not be able to do what you would like to do, but to at least have a nice attitude and show appreciation. That goes somewhere. It may not do financially nothing, but it's doing something to let the people know that you care something about them.
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Jonathan, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel like, treat people like you want to be treated. Treat others like, you want people to treat you, and you treat people good, they'll treat you good in return. And,
Hmm.
you shouldn't have to worry about people treating each other bad and everything, because the world is full of that. Nobody's
Yeah,
doing
man.
the right, the good like they should be doing, and everybody treats each other bad. But you do get the opportunity to treat each other good, try to do the best you can possible.
Yes, I agree. You treat people as you would want to be treated. And I think there are
Yeah.
times that we as models get taken advantage of. Okay. The promoter knows they don't have the dollars to pay us. Designers know they don't have the dollars to pay us. But the expectations is for us to do and give everything that we've got to give and leave it on a stage. Okay, to be that high price hanger for them to hang the garment on, go out there, represent to the best of our ability, and then turn around and reap nothing from that. Are we supposed to just continue to take that or do something about it to make it change, brothers? What do you think?
I honestly believe we should try to do something to change that, because it just feels, sometimes you just feel like you're going nowhere. And then you're supposed to be with an agency, right? It's just
Mhm.
like, well, wouldn't the crew I'm with, or like the people or the directors that's over there, try to promote us to some type of agency, or like try to push, or like try to get some agencies to be there at the show, so that way we can therefore not have to bust our butt. And some of us, like me, man, listen, I got two jobs trying to prepare my dream. It's not a sob story, it's actually a triumph story, because I'm blessed enough and wise enough to know to do that.
Mhm.
Like I said, like my brother right here with the music, he got, he didn't have to go through what we had to do to get to
Mhm.
where he's going. And I respect that, though. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just like you could do something, little things like that. Like, oh, like you, auntie. I got this. I know about five ladies, two guys. They got an agency. Why don't I invite them to this thing right here, so I can
Mhm.
showcase this tight knit group that I'm tight with. I'm always doing shows with, and don't mind looking out for. When you don't, I can see if you just like you're a first time model and you new and you don't really know how they are as a person. But as you get to know a person and y'all been doing this for so long, I can't see how you couldn't have like at least three people in the audience that's scouting for models to take them to the next level. And they can turn around and bless the next person come trying to make their way. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like a triple,
Mhm.
like make it a triple effect.
Yes, I can see that. I can see. I don't understand why we here in Atlanta, and it's not all fashion houses. It's not all the fashion shows. I'm talking about the ATL that we're involved in. That's what I can talk about. I can talk about other areas, but those other people do other things outside of what the ATL does. So, what I'm saying, I say that to say I've seen where you have different magazines come in. I've seen where different representation of magazines have been in chairs, or fashion houses, or designers, or model scouts have been in the house to look at you when you're coming down that runway, to shop the merch in order to be able to put it in boutique stores. I've seen and experienced that. What I don't see is more of that. It's like, let's do this at the cheapest way we possibly can. Have the model sell 2, 3 tickets, pay a registration fee, and then we take the money, let the model work their tail off. Designers work their tails off. Designers paying designers fees coming in, to be there. But we don't pay the model. We don't give the model no water. We don't give the model no food. I know that you ain't supposed to eat pasta before you put on somebody's clothes. I know this. I know you shouldn't be drinking a gallon of water or a Pepsi before you put on somebody's clothes. And if you don't know that, something's wrong, but you can give us something light to eat. Because if we got to be there 4, 5, 6 hours, we need something of substance. And besides, bring your own snack. I have literally been told that, and that was offensive to me. Maybe it's just me and my old school ways, Lewis is calling me Wendy Williams of Fashion Talk. Whatever. Whatever. What I'm saying though, brothers, is you're being treated the same way. You got to feel some kind of way about it. And here is the position where you can literally talk about it and not feel obligated to anybody out there about what you're saying. Not feeling like you're going to be blackballed for what you're saying. This is that platform. You can say it any way you want to, how you want to say it, when you want to say it. I don't care. What I care about is being transparent and true about what we're dealing with and how we can make it better. That's what I.
Yes. Yes.
Dontrell, how do you feel
I kind of
as a
missed it because
newbie?
somebody was trying to call. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. It's my what you call it went out.
Oh, I'm sorry. As a new person to the industry, and well, how long have you been modeling, Dontrell?
Well, so I came in at I think 2021. I
That's what
haven't
I.
did like yeah, so I haven't did too many runways, but when I did like that, I did my first photo shoot. Then behind that was my first runway, which was I think that might have been 22, something like that. But anyway, so yeah, so me coming into it, it was pretty cool. Like meeting with all the models and stuff, because coming to that, my thing was I didn't know I was gonna come into doing. I didn't know I was coming into doing a runway. I didn't know which way it was gonna go, but so then the thing what I saw, which was more like choreography type deal, when I saw like us men when we were doing our little walk, we just do a little walk and just do a little pose and go back. Then when I saw the women, they were like very just like dramatic and like they was just doing like a little like they were doing like a what you call a battle of the runway type deal
That
when
was the runway walk.
but it looked nice though. It looked nice to see
Mhm.
them doing that, and stuff like that. I think they need to make a movie on that too.
Oh,
Battle of
don't put that in Lewis's head because that'd be the next idea that we're working on.
Right.
the
Well, I think it needs to
but
be. I think we need to do a day in the life of models anyway. I think we need to
yeah,
do a whole series on it. A day in life in a supermodel, a model, a commercial model, print model,
right.
editorial model, just a day in the life of a model's life.
Right.
all from the brothers, to white boys to, because we got Logan out there. Logan is, well, he's a brother in white skin. You know, if y'all don't know who Logan is,
I know who
Uh-huh.
Logan is.
around
He is, yeah. He's
yeah, Logan,
macadamia.
but I mean, we need to do, auto pick, a biography pick or auto pick of, model's wife,
Yeah.
and we can call it Models Talk. Let's talk about it.
Right.
you know, what can we say? It's different for everybody, and I think that we have a lot to still work on. Jay, Jonathan, hey, Mr. Perry, you over there all nice and quiet. Okay, how can how do you flex in the market?
Basically just being me, just being a smooth player, just trying to do the best I can do with everything.
My baby said just basically being me.
He's a smooth operator, Auntie. He is a smooth
He's
operator.
smooth. He done told me that. I ain't mad at you, Jonathan P.
Right.
I ain't either.
Well, you being so smooth, how do you deal when you on the runway? I mean, are you smooth on the runway? You got a swag? What you got going on the runway, Jonathan P? What's your style?
Is just to be the smoothest in the game.
Being the smoothest in the gang, is that what you saying?
Yeah.
He came to set a tone. He came to set a standard,
No.
Auntie Zara.
Okay.
It's critical when he get on the stage.
It must be. Baby, I got to see your work.
I can't go behind him.
Where are you, Jonathan?
Uh-huh.
Where
Where
are
am
you?
I? In North Carolina.
You're in North Carolina. When you coming to Atlanta, baby?
Whenever you invite me.
Huh?
Whenever you invite me. Whenever y'all invite me.
Baby, we always got shows going on. You just need to come on and walk that walk.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sure that I don't know if you have a producer or director or management people, you're a player from the Himalaya, Jonathan.
That's what he
That's
said.
Louis
He
talking to you. That's Louis talking to you. Yeah, I would love to see you in action, my brother.
Okay.
I
Right.
would love to see you in
Likewise.
action. When you come to Atlanta, you let me know. I'll be there to support you.
Okay. Likewise.
All right, well, thank you. I may be coming to North Carolina and
Okay.
South.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, doing some shows down there.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on down. Come on down.
All right, I'll let you know.
Okay. Do that.
Dontrell, when's your next show, baby?
Who, me?
Um,
Dontrell.
Oh,
it's something going on. I gotta find out though because it's um a winter fashion show type thing that's going on. But I have to see the person that's that I'm with. She gotta let us know more details on what's what. But
Hmm.
I think that's the very next one coming up.
Okay. Is it going to be November, December?
Now that's I don't know. That's why I
Oh,
said I'm waiting to see what she's saying on that. Then but I also know like since the last time, like since me and you last seen one another physically,
yeah.
so I just started with some acting stuff too. So some coming up with that. Uh, I appreciate it. So something coming up Saturday that another scene. Like I already been doing some scenes, but uh the model she's a model and she's a photographer and she's the script writer, producer, all that. She's all that. But so she got up with me and asked me about coming Saturday to do some stuff. So I don't know what it entails yet, till I get there.
Well, that's exciting in itself because you don't know what the future may hold for you. You know,
Right.
and you don't know what side your bread's going to be buttered on a daily basis. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You
Right.
know, and so it's wonderful to have that little mystery going on. You know, it
Right.
makes you excited. It keeps you on your toes because you
Right.
don't know what bag you're gonna come out of until you find out more detail. Now I know,
Yeah.
Nate, that you don't always know what you're walking into.
Yeah, I don't.
No, you never know what you're walking into half the time, and you're always surprised, and you always look surprised when you come through the door. You know.
Because you never know. Like the different vibes, different scenes. I just clear my mind and I just let it happen.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
because I
And
like
when
wearing different styles and looks, so it don't matter kind of what look you put me in. I'm gung ho to like just showcase it like you need it to be. You know, I give what needs to be given. We just gonna leave it like that.
okay,
Yeah.
how do you train, Nate? How do you train? Because models train in all kinds of different ways. How do you train?
Now, now that's a good question. So I actually went to John Casablanca and graduated. So I
Mhm.
got all the fundamentals of how you professionally come down that runway.
Mhm.
Even if you're coming down and go and you're gonna do some tricks and you make it keep it neat and tight and professional and you leave,
Mhm.
and then I was also trained like in that process. I don't care if you go to the corner store. I don't care if you walk into the mailbox. Practice. I mean, you might not feel like it's important,
Yeah.
but when it come down to the show and you see everybody else giving what needs to be given, and you sitting there don't know, you all in your head coming down the runway, let alone getting to the stage, let alone
Mhm.
get to the edge. You don't, so I like to be polished, and I mean that's just the best way to do it. If you look at real life, when you walking through that grocery store, or you just walking through your job trying to get to where you just practice a little bit. Not everybody got to know you doing it.
Mhm. That's right.
It's a process.
Yes, it is. And practice makes perfect. And the more you practice, you stay ready in order not to have to get ready. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? You
Right.
Yes,
stay ready
ma'am.
in order not to have to
Yep.
get ready. So you
You're right.
practice,
That's
practice.
right.
How do you gentlemen feel about all the multi rehearsals that you have to go to? Jonathan P.
You got to do what you got to do. Practice makes perfect, like you mentioned, but at the same time, the rehearsal process is a big piece of it, and a big element of the situation to make sure everything's good when it's showtime.
Okay. Dontrell, what about you? You there, Dontrell? He's frozen, I think.
Froze.
You froze on us, Dontrell. Nate, how about you? How do you feel about
You know,
multiple rehearsals for a show?
you know what,
Oh,
Zahara, I'm not mad at it. You know why? It's because you do have to of one, you do need to rehearse. You don't know the
mhm,
setting. You don't know how the designer wants this to transpire. So you don't know who's going to be there in the next rehearsal. So you need to be there because your place that you were supposed to land at first time might not be there that second time when you get to the second rehearsal. So it
mhm,
does kind of help, and it helps polish you. Plus, you with your model crew. This is who you work with. This is who you're working with now. This is the cluster you're working with now. The next time might not be the same. So that bond of model, or that kinship of modeling needs to be there when y'all get on the stage. Y'all need to interact with each other. Y'all need to, not all of y'all gonna get along, what have you. That has nothing to do with it. Y'all here for a show, and y'all need to be there to kind of interact. Because that person you might not like, you might have to walk with them on that thing. So you need
mhm.
to be there. You just need to be there. I ain't
Okay,
mad at it.
Dontrell, how do you feel about multiple rehearsals for a show?
Um, I agree that they are necessary.
Mhm.
But also I would say sometimes I think sometimes it can be excessive, and sometimes I could say sometimes I've seen it where
Uh-oh, he froze. Uh-oh, come back, Dontrell. must be
Come on back.
buffering.
Come to the light.
Come back to the light, my brother. All right, well, let me chime in. I think
Uh,
that
is I'm good now.
there okay, come on back, baby. What are you saying?
I was saying, I've seen it on both ends where that was not enough, and then I've seen when it is excessive.
Mhm.
Um, I think it need to be a balance, and but it definitely needed though, because sometimes you don't know what the scene, like Nate was saying earlier about the scenes and stuff. And I remember like the one when I was at with you, uh we practiced one way, but when we
We hear
by the time the show, it's like, okay, what we supposed to be doing? you know
that's right. That's what
yeah,
happened. And
yeah,
that can happen quite often.
yeah,
More so it's a 50-50 chance. It depends on what's going on. It depends on if models show up. It depends on
right,
or drop out at the last minute. It depends on if designers show up or drop out at the last minute. It depends on
right,
what you're wearing, and because you may not know what you're wearing because you didn't have a dress rehearsal or you didn't have a
right,
quote unquote fitting until that day.
right,
It just depends on so many things and so many aspects. Personally, my personal experience is that I don't believe that we as models that consider ourselves professional, that the designers, once we're cast, after the casting and we have been cast, we should not have to come to several rehearsals because after the first two, you should know what I'm able to give you. And if I'm representing you as a model in your designs, I feel like you should be able to tell, what my work is like. And if not, you can I can walk for you on a Zoom conference or
Mhm.
via StreamYard or whoever, via Facebook. We can message each other and I can walk for you. And that way, I'm not wasting your time and you're not wasting my time by calling 7 rehearsals before the show. I think that's too much. You
yeah.
know,
Because don't you rehearse at the show too? I mean, you're gonna
yeah,
rehearse
we were
right
show
before the
too.
show, so you get that specific, where to stop, your stops and everything. So
Right.
I
And
agree. I agree with y'all.
even at our show that we were in together, we rehearsed one way and then all of a sudden it went out the window the day of the show. It
and
did.
all of that practice.
And all that practice was for
She
nothing.
right, y'all. She right.
You know,
And then
um,
you finessing.
uh, he needs to stop. They too cool. He needs to stop. Love these guys. It's so what Southern play a list a A-list Cadillac music. Only Lewis, y'all. Only Lewis would be chiming in like that. They too cool. Jonathan, what about as a promoter, do you have excessive rehearsals for your show?
Yeah, sound check, things of that sort, that nature. Sound check and get everything in order to make sure everything goes smoothly throughout the showtime.
You have several. So you do have several
Uh huh.
rehearsals.
Yeah,
You do
sound check, things of that sort, that nature. So yeah,
on the day of the show or prior to the show.
both, both.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, brother. I can't agree with you. I'm sorry because I think that albeit when you're a model you have to have quote unquote your model budget. Not everybody has a model budget you know
Right, right.
but you don't know if I got gas in my car to make it to that rehearsal that day
Amen.
or several times over. I'm not trying to miss rehearsal and I'm not trying to be a pain in the ass you know um but I'm also not trying to come back and forth and come back and forth and come back and forth, and we wait for 2 hours to begin a rehearsal.
Okay, that good part. Good point. Very good point.
Or because everybody's not there, y'all don't want to have to go over everything again, and we don't want to start at the top again. And no, if prior to this, let's say the show is 3 months away, prior to the show, we need to have